Hello, thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is a couple things. One, just talk about some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use to increase your online traffic and your leads and your presence even more in the areas that you serve in Chandler, Arizona. And two is to compare your website to local competitor website, see if those techniques could outrank them, get you on the first page of Google and the areas you serve and the services that you do. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. And whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first is your content. On your homepage, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words. Just depend on the competition number of keywords needed. So keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. The front end of your website, I wouldn't change anything about your website. Obviously, you guys do a very good job at marketing, very eye-popping, very clear what you're about. And even on the back end, you got strong, backlinks and keywords. But again, this is just to increase your business even more, increase your presence even more. So just think about that techniques to increase your business even more in the area if you have that aspiration to grow even more. So example I did on HVAC is something that you do in Chandler, Arizona is where you're located. Here's what typically comes up in this keyword search. Ads come up here. This is probably your best strategy to use for your next step. If you haven't invested in these already, there's a way to optimize these to outrank these competitors, and that's a good way to be right in front of the eyes of consumers. That's what this is all about, just getting your name out there to even more people. This is the map pack right here. So if you do have this Chandler, Arizona address, this is pretty important, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. Excuse me there. And then next is organic. So the goal is to organically be at the top of the page for as much as you can for any kind of service you provide for or area that you go to. So typically we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List because consumers, they're going to go to a local business, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So right now your top competitor is this Chandler Air. So I'll compare your website to his, and how great would that be to outrank him with Chandler Air in his name. So you scroll down here. I'm not sure why you're not on the first page because you've got a strong site. So maybe some of your keywords and backlinks is a little bit more about intentionality, just focusing on this HVAC Chandler, Arizona keyword. So to do that comparison, there's a tool here we use called Ahrefs, and here's your URL right here. So here's your number. So again, strong website. I mean, you have over 8,000 keywords, and I guess you can increase more than that, but that's the most I've seen in a while with a lot of audits I do. So great on the keywords, but just compare that to that competitor that's on that first page for some reason. You're killing them in the keywords. They only have 398. But again, it's a little bit about intentionality maybe. So you could do a deep dive in their website, and maybe some of their ones they're tagging with Chandler, Arizona is giving them that search volume. And maybe that's why they're showing up top there. I would have to do some more research on that. But just think about your keywords. Think about buyer intent keywords, AC repair, that sort of stuff. And, perhaps that'll get you more in the top of the searches when people searching for your services as well. So whatever applies to you that's not on your website, you could put on your website. You could optimize it and tag it. And that's how you start outranking competitors. Second is backlink. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, and then Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins, but keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have a quality backlink instead of quantity. It's good to have quantity, but you have to have quality in there too. So I can tell you have some quality backlinks. You have over 2,000 backlinks with 988 reference domains. So these are your trust over time. So I can tell you guys have been around a while. That's a good number for Google trust over time. This is your immediate trust, so I can tell you're getting some good numbers from the backlinks. Compare that to that local competitor, you're probably killing them there too. Yeah, they have 1,000 backlinks, but they do have that trust over time. So let's compare that. Yeah, so you're still beating them that immediate trust, but for some reason they're still getting that top spot in that HVAC Chandler, Arizona spot. So it's just double checking your backlinks, make sure they're quality, all quality, make sure your keywords are relevant as well. Because you got a lot of traffic, you got over 5,000 traffic, which is awesome. But you want to show up with all those services that you do in all those areas. Then finally, their citation. So this is also most important, maybe even more important than the Google ads. So if you do have a Chandler, Arizona business address, you want to be in this top 3 here. Much like on pages 2 and 3 of Google, people don't click for more services. People don't click this button for more businesses. So you want to be in the top 3 here. And to do that, you want to increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB, hundreds of others you've probably heard of. Also, Social media accounts are great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So once your content, backlinks, and citations come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it to be in the eyes of consumers here with Google Ads, here in the map pack, and up here organically for all the services you do and everything in all the areas that you go to. So not sure what your margins are, but imagine that generates some pretty decent revenue. And also there's many more keywords you could use to generate more traffic and leads. So if you do find yourself wanting to scale more as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about goals and I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a line of feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. And I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. And thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.